Alright, another video. I'm getting back to it. Furthermore, I took the motor off the stand and I was here on the bench inside. Since it's like this, I'm gonna get to putting it on, putting on the clutch. I got the rear main seal in, which you guys see behind me. I'm gonna set up everything. I'm gonna try and show all the steps that I'm doing to get it done, and give you guys, I guess, my tips, even though my tips are not really my tips because I'm going off of whatever. Let me wipe this camera off. Yeah, so motor behind me, clutch beside me. You should have known from previous videos I got the Action Clutch twin disc. That's the one I picked up. Want to give a shout out to Albert over at Works JDM. I'm not sure if they go by Top Shelf, but I've heard both of the names come, I believe, with Albert. So Albert, I'm already gotta appreciate him. I hit him up on IG. We spoke. And he had the clutch in stock, so he had one in stock and gave me a great deal on it. I gotta give him appreciation on that. Sent us quick through. Communication was on point, so I'm shouting out him 100%. Also ordered the clutch pedal stopper, which I think I did review, not review, but mention in one of my other videos. I never got to put this together, but soon, you know. So I'll let you guys know what came. This all came in one package. One package at a time. A little Action Clutch lanyard. I think that's what it's called. Yeah. Lanyard, so folding phone stand. Stay gripping. We got a stay gripping sticker. Super detailed. Love that. We got a clutch alignment key. Release bearing with the kit. You also get, I can't even remember what this is called right now, but it's kind of like a bearing, I guess, maybe. What did they call it? Slip my mind or not, whatever. You get this with the kit. We get the beauty. Jeez, look at that. Look at that. Jeez. This is what we're trying to put on today onto the, feel me? So stay tuned. I'm just gonna show this. This says, "Dear customer, thank you for placing an order with us. We appreciate your support. Part of the profits from your order will be contributed to our charity program. You're a part of the reason why a family in need has received groceries and essentials for a full month. Thank you for being a part of the change. You are forever appreciated." From Eric, CEO. So Eric, appreciate that. It's always good to give back to people, especially the less fortunate. You know what I'm saying? We're not all in the best, I guess, standing in life, but you know, everybody has good faith, positivity, and yo, I appreciate that, no doubt. Alright, so I need to get access to the flywheel itself. So I'm going to take these Allen keys off from around it. Oh, actually they're already pretty loose, so I should be able to make, nope. Only like one or two of them are loose. So I'm going to get a Allen key socket and take off these Allen keys and expose this. You're doing this stuff, try to make sure that you're watching everything that you're taking off, so that if anything does pop out, you don't have to be guessing where it's going. Feel me? So I'm just taking stuff off, watching what's coming off. You know what I'm saying? So I know that this is ordered. So from that already, I know that this is going on top. You feel me? I'm gonna put this face down with the bolts in it. Only 2 of them fell off, so I'm gonna put these on. Feel me? Well, I know those work anyways. So we have, let's go spacer. I guess we can call that spacer, right? So spacer. And we're gonna put that on to the side over here. Right? We have disc 1. So if you can see, it's marked disc 1. Right? So we know that that's gonna go face down on the first spacer. Then we have the second spacer, which you can see is double-sided, so you know it goes in between. Double-sided. I'm gonna throw that back on. Right? And then we got disc 2. Right? Disc 2. And I'm placing that with disc 2 facing. Right? Oh, and it even says on the back, I'm just noticing this. It says flywheel side. Flywheel side, right? So you know that this side has to be facing the flywheel. That's perfect. Right? And then we got the flywheel. Now this has a little bit of buildup on it, so I'm gonna wipe that off. Right? So I'm gonna get some brake cleaner and wipe off that. Got the brake cleaner and the clean rag. Go clean this up. Alright. Just gonna wipe contact area. Alright. And we're gonna wet the rag. Wet the rag a bit. Wipe down this shit. Feel me? I'm being extra with it, but this is just me, this is how I approach things when I'm putting stuff on, so you know. So let's give it a wipe down. Nothing crazy. So as you can see, I'm just giving it a wipe down, cleaning off the area. That's not raised or anything, so we'll just clean it up, clean it up. Alright, so now for the motor. Got your flywheel. We're just trying to basically just line up the holes as best as you can to the motor, right? So the holes that I'm talking about are the holes that are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There's 9 holes on the crank. So the crank holes line up with the same pattern that's on the flywheel. So you're gonna line up the holes that's on the crank. Anybody that doesn't know what a crank is, this is on one end. This is one end of your crank. Okay, so this circle that you see here with the multiple holes on it is one end of your crank. Okay, so like I said, you're gonna line up the holes on the flywheel with the holes on the crank. Alright, so now along with that, I got brand new Honda flywheel bolts. Alright, brand new Honda flywheel bolts. That's these right here. For anybody that wants to know how much brand new flywheel bolts are, they costed me, where are we at right now? no receipt. I don't know. Couldn't even tell you. I have the receipt somewhere here. For $74. Yeah, $74. So $74 what I paid for all of those. I believe for each one of those. Yeah, so $74 roughly is what you're gonna pay for those. And that's brand new. This is the part number for anybody that's looking for brand new flywheel bolts. That's the part number for it. And these flywheel bolts are 12-point bolts, which are 17 millimeter 12-point. Okay, 17 millimeter 12-point. So I'm gonna put a dab of blue Loctite on it, and thread one in to at least line it up. Right? Alright, this is the last bolt that's going on. I'm thinking after this, I'm gonna do a controlled zap. Literally controlled zap and snug all of them on all the way. I'm gonna go the same way I kind of put them on. I went in, I believe I went in a pattern. So I always seem to go with bolts like crisscross, across from one another, so that you just kind of know that it's kind of getting snugged on evenly. What you're applying to the car is going on evenly, in a sense. So once I put this last one on, make sure all these are snug. I'm gonna just give them a quick snug with the gun, and that's it, right? So let me grab that real quick. It's nothing crazy, you're not reefing it. Literally like that. Literally. 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 Feel me? I'm babying it, so it's like, yo. Alright? So now with that, I'm gonna check out what the torque specs are. Right? So every bolt that's on a motor has a torque spec. So if it's something as important as your clutch, I suggest that you look at the torque specs. So I'm gonna look at the torque specs for these bolts right now. I got a screwdriver here so that I can hold as I'm torquing down each one of these. You want to kind of do the same across pattern, but I would probably say go top to bottom and then two sides. I even seen that, I even seen that on Albert's video on YouTube. Works JDM. Top, bottom, and then the kind of like the 4 pattern that you see here. That way you know that the first encounter is getting drawn in, right? First contact is getting drawn in off the bat when you torque it. So I'm gonna get my torque stick. These are at 90 foot-pounds, according to online. 90 foot-pounds, and I'm gonna go do that right now. There you go. So let's see what we can do. Actually, I might be able to hold it myself. So let's see. Go top, Top. Bottom. It's not that bad. I can do myself, so. Side. So we did top, bottom, side, side, and now I'm gonna go spider pattern. So I'm just gonna go boom, boom, and then boom, boom. Right? So we did top, bottom, side, side. I'm gonna go here now. Okay? Hope you guys are seeing that. Alright. Yep. Come here now. Yep. So in here, top, bottom, side, side. We did this, this. I'll go here now. Actually, I'll go here. Alright. Okay. Right, then we're gonna come down. Just like that. So that click, that is you reaching your torque spec on your torque stick, right? You have a gauge down here that tells you the foot pounds. It goes 90, 110, 120, 130, 140, 160, etc. all the way up to 250. That's what it's a torque stick, right? Okay, with that being said, I'm gonna go around them in a circle. I can see us on the countryside, sitting on the grassland side by side. You could be my baby, let me make you my lady. Girl, you amaze me, ain't gotta do nothing crazy. See, all I want you to do is be my love. So don't give away my love. So don't give away my love. So don't give away. And another woman that can take your spot, my love. So don't give away my love. So don't give away my love. So don't give away. And another woman that can take your spot, my love. So your pilot bearing, you could have did this first, or you could have did it now. I'm doing it now. I'm gonna tap in the pilot bearing in the center, right? There's no like different way it should go in. It looks like it has the same finish on each side, right? So just lightly get a mallet and whatever socket size fits it good, and tap it in. Tap it into the center here. All right. I'm gonna give you guys a little bit of closer view what I'm talking about. So in the center there is you want to tap the bearing, your pilot bearing, right into there. Okay? Cool. Now just gently, like I said, you're just tapping it in. Okay. That looks like a good amount of how far the pilot should be in there. Alright, so side note from the clutch, since I got the flywheel on, I need to tighten the crank bolt for the ATI damper. Right, so let me move this camera over here so I can show you guys real quick. Still on the stand, so sorry about this. But that's a super dampener, crank pulley. I never got to tighten the bolt because I never had like something to hold it. So now that the flywheel's on, right, it's gonna give me a chance to hold the crank because obviously the crank travels straight through the block. Hold the crank from the flywheel and tighten this bolt to the right specs, right? So yeah, so continuation, we're gonna go and install the pressure plate now. So like I said, flywheel's on, torqued, ATI pulley is on, torqued bolt. So I already did it one time already, but I'm gonna do it again for you guys so that everything that I'm doing is shown. I wiped off the spacers in between each disc with brake clean as well. I'm sure it's not something that you have to do, but I decided to do it. Alright, so that's just me letting you guys know and showing you guys the ropes of what I've done, right? So yeah, so the next step for me in installing this clutch, I'm gonna get the clutch alignment tool, which is this. Make sure it's the right one, because I know that it sits in there very nicely with the pilot bearing, right? Then after that, it just makes sense to me to make sure that these are lined up. The teeth in here are lined up so that the alignment tool goes through all the way, right? So what you're gonna do after that is flip her around, right? Line up the stuff the best as possible, which it already should be from before when I turned it around. All right. Bring it up. Shh, be quiet for a second, baby, okay? Right? I see that the disc goes all the way through. And then I'm gonna place the clutch onto the flywheel. Like so, with the pilot bearing going in. Voila. Right? So your end result, thank you, baby. End result is gonna look like that installed onto your motor, right? Now we have our bolts that are gonna go onto the clutch. Sorry, go onto the pressure plate, which is gonna go onto the flywheel. You can choose to use Loctite on these. Some people don't. Some people have their discrepancies with using Loctite on clutch assembly stuff, but I am gonna use Loctite. So I have red and blue. I'm probably gonna use the red.
Red?
Yeah.
Red is my favorite color.
Red's your favorite color, baby?
Red makes...
So what I'm gonna do is...
Daddy?
Put it on this.
Daddy?
Yes, baby.
Red and blue make purple together.
Red and blue make purple. Yes, you're right. You're actually right, baby.
Then you
bring it down. Boom.
Red?
And I'm gonna put this one here because the washer's on there. I'm gonna put this one there and then get this lined up with the hole and thread it in. All right. So that one caught. So I'm gonna thread that one in by hand. I'm gonna go ahead and use another bolt. Same thing.
You're gonna do blue too?
I'm gonna apply the red thread locker on it.
Daddy?
Yes, baby.
You're gonna do blue first. You're gonna do red first. You're gonna do blue.
Am I gonna do blue? I used blue before, baby.
Okay.
Okay. And then I'm gonna make it catch and just hand tighten them in, man. You don't want to force these kind of things, so hand tighten them in. And right now you're just lining up everything, right? We're lining up everything. So, you see how I made it miss there? So now, oh, there we go, back. So I'm gonna line up all the bolts, and then I'm gonna go and show you to put some lubrication on the key itself. Not a crazy amount, just enough so that the teeth are not biting. on this, just so it gives it like, it can apply some lubricant into that, so when I actually do put the actual input shaft on, it kind of has some lubrication to slide in there, right? It's not a crazy amount. I'm just gonna have it so it's just so it's like, you know, lightly applied, and just bring it back and forth, and that's gonna give it, you know, you can see it in there on the track kind of thing, you know. And that's kind of what I wanted, right? Okay, so wifey's here, she's gonna hold, and I'm gonna torque these to 22 foot-pounds. Okay, go. Alright, side note, transmission's here also. And you guys already know, put the LSD in. And I wasn't gonna do that without getting a new set of detent, hybrid detent springs. So I'm gonna go ahead and install those real quick and do that before I forget. Feel me? So we got the detent springs. I'm also gonna need a little bit of Honda Bond, possibly. I think so. I doubt guys really use Honda Bond on this, but I'm gonna use it. So yeah. This is a quick thing, and I just didn't want to forget it in the video, so we're gonna do it real quick, real fast.
See, what's the point in waiting anymore? Cause girl, I've never been more sure that baby it's you. This ring here represents my heart, and everything that you've been waiting for. Just say I do, because I can see us holding hands, walking on the beach, our toes in the sand. I can see us on the countryside, sitting on the grassland side by side. You can be my baby, let me make you my lady. Girl, you amaze me, ain't gotta do nothing crazy. See, all I want you to do is be my love. So don't give away my love. So don't give away my love. So don't give away. Ain't another woman that can take your spot, my love. So don't give away my love. So don't give away my love. So don't give away. Ain't another woman that can take your spot, my love. I can see us holding hands, walking on the beach, our toes in the sand. I can see us on the country your side, sitting on the grassland side by side. You could be my baby, when you make it my lady. Girl, you amaze me, ain't gotta do nothing crazy. See, all I want you to do is be my love. My love, my love. Ain't another woman that could take your spot, my love. My love, my love. Ain't another woman that could take your spot, my love.
Another mod that I didn't get to show is I end up picking up a track tough coolant bypass for this setup. I knew from the beginning when I started looking at bypass that this is the one I wanted because I liked how it bolted up instead of having to like tap or that little spring. I don't know, that's some of the designs I didn't like, so I like this one and I really fucked with it, so I said, you know what, I got the track tough one, and that's how it looks. Gotta put the transmission onto the motor, so let's see if we can get this done. I think I might need someone to hold the motor for me a bit while I do this. Alright, let me see if I can put it under here. Yep, that's a lot better right there. Alright, so let's see. Guess we gonna see. Alright, so let me turn this a little bit. Turn the input shaft. And I kind of don't like how it's so close to the car. But, oh, let's try it out again. Yeah, this is gonna be a workout. Alright, let me turn this a little bit. Space. Shouldn't be crazy hard to do this. I just need to get a little bit more space on there to get it on. So first off, I want to change the angle. Let's turn the motor a bit. Yep. Keep that there like that, so that the transfer case is touching the bumper a bit. So I just decided to move it a little bit, and let's go from there. Let's try again. Trust you when I say this is tiring right now. Let me tell you guys on that. I went outside and played some ball just now and came back inside to do this. Oh man. It's gonna take a little bit for me still. Yeah, just a little bit though. It's right there. It's not really crazy, but you can tell this is gonna be a little bit of a work. So let's get this. Let's just keep it the troubleshooting, yo, and get it on. Yo, all honesty, that wasn't nice still. But transmissions made it. Rotating well, nicely. Went through all the gears, made sure it was good. It was honestly like no word of a lie. I had to really. It was a two-person thing. I couldn't have done it by myself. I don't know why. For some reason, it was just such a like precise fit. Like it was just like right on there that you couldn't even like get it to slide through. So we had to literally. I got it to get like maybe like right to here, and then I just this bolt, that bolt, that bolt, that bolt, a little bit until it was like close in. And I went through the gears engage. Right, went through the gears engage. And it rotates freely. Rotated the motor and it rotates freely, so I'm pretty sure everything's all good. So next step is to slide this bad boy in there, so so I'm gonna end it off, you guys. It took a minute, but we got it done and I'm happy. So soon enough it will be in the car. I'm gonna clean up and button up some stuff. Make sure so all some bolts are tightened to where they have to be. I got tightened back the transfer case onto the motor, onto the transmission, and then yeah, should be more than Gucci, guys. We're gonna end it there. You guys probably seen some of the struggles in the video coming up, but sorry, in the video before y'all got to this clip, but she's here, man. She's here. Woo. And it was peace out, yo. Like, comment, subscribe. Stay tuned. About to have a good looking beast on the road. Easy.